Hi everyone, my name is Yevgeny Ivanov and welcome to CS440 final year project video demonstration. Project is named Dungeon Forge, which is a Godot extension to generate dungeon-like environments and also manage these environments. So first of all, to install the plugin, you need to download the extension, the folder, and then you have to put it into your add-ons folder that is located inside your project directory. Once you added the extension to the add-ons folder, you go to project settings, and in the plugins tab, you should see Dungeon Forge extension appearing here. Make sure it's enabled. Once it's enabled, in the output console, you should see Dungeon Forge extension enabled. You should see a UI popping up in the bottom right corner of your screen, your Godot editor. So the extension has 4 tabs: models, layouts, player controller, and preview. Let's start with the models. So in the models, we have dungeons, wooden cabins, and frozen caves. I'm gonna start with dungeons. In the dungeons tab, you can see you can add wall, mesh, door, ceiling, floor. You can see these are bits and pieces of a dungeon layout. You can spawn them one by one, like for your own use. Similarly, wooden cabins have the same stuff. Floor, basically the same as dungeon, but wooden theme, and the same thing with frozen caves. But frozen caves are much bigger. The tunnels look a bit different. They have like little spikes in them. So these are the parts of the dungeons. Now, each of these buttons contain a grid map generator. Press the grid map generator, you have the generator appearing here in your scene. If you click on this node here, you can see a new menu popping up over here. This is basically the dungeon generator menu. Press the generate layout, you can see layout appearing over here. Keep pressing the button, different layouts generate. So let's just try something different here. Border size, let's say 50. Minimum room size 6. Max room size 12. We want 30 rooms, even though that's not possible. Room margin 3. Room margin is how many cells there should be, like space between each dungeon room. Recursion tries, this is just to prevent from the program to loop infinitely. So it's gonna, if it cannot generate any more meshes, it's just gonna try generate any more layouts. It's just gonna try 15 times, and after that, it's just stop. As you can see, every time you press generate layout, it generates different layout. The green cells mean that it's a room tile. Blue over here means that it's a door tile. And red spheres means that it's tunnel tiles. So like the connections between the rooms the user can just walk through. But let's just try different room size here. Let's say 18. This 4. Get now. You can see the dungeon rooms, they vary a lot now. Some are like rectangular, some are squares. Basically here, these are the parameters that you can set yourself to have a dungeon layout that you want. So after you generated the layout that you want, you can go here to mesh themes and you can select one of 3 themes: dungeons, wooden cabins, frozen caves, just what we have here in the plugin. So let's start with the dungeon first. Like dungeon, and I generate mesh. Generates mesh on top of the grid map that we have already. It loads slowly because I put a timer on each node generation just to not crash the program, because sometimes if you have really large layouts, you can just freeze the program and it crashes. Okay, so let's try a different layout now. Wooden cabins. different theme. Select wooden cabins. Clear this mesh. Generate another layout. Generate mesh. Generates it. Let's just go inside the dungeon real quick to see how it looks like from inside. How the dungeon looks like inside. Okay. Let's try one more. My favorite one is Frozen Caves. Frozen Caves. There we go. This is what happens. How dungeon caves look like. So after you generated the dungeon layout that you like and the mesh as well, you can save this to layouts. Press that. This is your layouts tab inside the plugin. Here you can save your layouts. Let's say if we want different one, say we have one smaller one. Right. This one. Generate mesh. Save to layouts. It appears over here. So now I have 4 layouts saved inside my plugin. This is done. I can go to a completely new scene. Take this one. Select. Let's just go for the use layout. Are you sure you want to use this dungeon layout? Yes. You can just spawn the dungeon layout you generated previously. Now, you can also go to player controller. There's only one player controller at the moment, first person, but I'm planning to add more. I'm planning to add third person controller as well as isometric view controller. For now, I only have one. So add player controller here. Appears inside the dungeon. Up a bit. And we can play the scene to see how it looks like from gameplay perspective. Okay, so my character is now spawned inside the frozen cave. How the doors look like. And yeah, right now we are in the tunnel. Another room. And basically, you can inspect your generated dungeon. Okay, and preview tab right now it just has a camera pointing to an empty space, but the plan for this preview is to have a view something like this. A preview should show you like a 2D view of the layout that you generated. Yeah, this will be added here. So yeah, this is the dungeon generator called Dungeon Forge. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.